Hello everyone, this is Kitamari of JP Niche Gaming. We are going to continue Ghostpia Season 1, Episode 2 very shortly. First, I want to mention that Room 6, they are the publisher of Ghostpia. They have a new game out. It's called Makoto Wakaido's Case Files Deluxe Trilogy. It came out 2 days ago. I'll put the link in the description in case you want to check it out, because it's another mystery game. Ghostpia Season 1, Episode 2, Closure Announcement. Let's go ahead and just resume from here. Welcome to Ghost Town. It's a joyous sort of warmth. Thank you. Oh, Yoru. She is so peppy. Okay, the end. This is a sudden shift. And thus begins our story. Happy birthday. Enjoy an explosive birthday. Happy burst day, not birthday, actually. I think. Wow. So when I left off on this last time, I literally stopped playing right before the end credits of episode 2. This is less than 1 minute for those end credits. That's just funny. It's exactly how I do things. So, I've really enjoyed Ghostpia, and it's not done. We're halfway through, I believe. And I don't know how long the rest of the chapters are going to be, but I've really been enjoying this title. It's been at least 8 hours spent so far. But I did replay first chapter a few times. This is really an extraordinary game in that you can just replay it and feel very, very good about it and just enjoy the writing even more so. So, I like this illustration. Summer. It's summer everywhere you look. You can hear chattering voices everywhere, from the group of middle schoolers enjoying the breeze at the convenience store, to the elderly spacing out in the shade, the elementary schoolers playing around in the park. As I pedal my bike, I can feel my feet getting sore from the sandals that were given to me for days like these. But I figure I can just put up with it. After all, I'll be seated for the duration of the movie. Oh, the signal turned red. I firmly squeeze the worn-down brakes and my bike gradually slows down. But it doesn't come to a complete stop, so I try to plant my feet on the ground to try and forcibly stop the bike, and that's when I realize something. Crap. It's like I'm just the usual me now. This extraordinarily cute sundress came from a faraway country, but I'm not used to wearing this sort of fabric. Its new scent mixes with my own. I hope that kid doesn't find it unpleasant. The signal turns green. I start pedaling again. The wind whisks away my sweat. It's a nice breeze. We're meeting by the station. I gotta hurry. I don't want to be late. I steadily pass through the residential area in front of the supermarket and through the roundabout. I don't get caught at any traffic signals after that. How lucky. The kid's here and hasn't noticed me yet. What should I say? This will probably be our last time meeting, so I have to make it count. I'm just an ordinary summer sight. An average elementary schooler on summer break. I can't wait to see the movie. What? What? Okay. Epilogue of sorts. I would love nothing more than to learn more and more about what their lives were like before everything, I guess. The day we found a workplace to work at, episode 3. Do you want to start reading from episode 3? Okay. Resume. Konnichiwa, amigos. Pretty sure those are the first words she shouts upon running into my room. By she, I mean Yoru, and by I mean me. For a long, long, long time, So long that nobody even knows how long. This town has had exactly 1,024 ghosts. And now we have a newcomer, Yoru, who's wandering about my room and looking at things curiously. That's a pretty neat artwork. She keeps saying things like that. She seems interested in just about everything. Was that thing always here? And is it even an artwork in the first place? Well, whatever. My ghost memory's never been reliable anyway. If I'm a ghost now, does that mean I was once alive? Ghosts were alive at one point, right? I mean, that's what being dead implies, doesn't it? Or are we born as ghosts, stuck here forever? But for what purpose? She's sleeping. Sleeping sounds. It's cute that they're here like this. I wake up to the sound of chaotic snoring that sounds like a tank engine after someone tossed a sugar cube into the gas tank. Actually, I don't think I slept enough to say I woke up. You can't wake up if you were never asleep. In the same way, you can't become a ghost if you don't die. It's been like this the whole time, even though it's almost morning. As a result, I'm tired all the time lately. Just a little bit earlier, I could sleep as much as I wanted whenever I got sleepy, so this change is taking a toll. Yoda isn't a bad person, or a ghost, in my opinion. She probably treats me with warm love, or something like that. But it's a little suffocating for me. It's a little lonely to be completely isolated. Sometimes I want to see friends. But I feel more relaxed when I'm frozen in the cold, dark void. That's just my nature. This current situation is clearly uncomfortable for me, but I don't think I can get Yoru to understand my plight. It's way too warm in my bed right now. There's a girl sleeping next to me, taking in such deep breaths. My chest is in pain. But why? Let's try going to sleep again. I close my eyes. I think back to when we fled town, and that 30-second birthday party, and the present. The problem is what happened afterward. When we woke up at the garbage dump, this is what Yoru said. So, where do I stay? My place is no good. It's dirty, small, and cold. You should stay in a more homey home like Posse's. Huh? That won't work. My home doubles as my workspace. You got empty rooms, though, don't you? Just because they're empty doesn't mean I don't need them. You piece of shit. Oh, damn it. Stop! No, actually, let me do that correctly. You piece of shit. Oh, damn it. Pacifica stomps on Anya's face. Yoru looks on curiously for a while before she turns around to look at me. Looks like I'm in a pickle, huh? She says just that. Her eyes pierce right through me. That's when I say something all too naturally, almost by reflex, and as if I had prepared a script beforehand. Why don't you stay at my place? Temporarily, I mean. Why did I say something like that? Even Anya and Pacifica both seem surprised by my proactive suggestion. I don't even know what I meant when I said temporarily, I mean. Anya, Pacifica, and I are probably all thinking the same thing. What does temporarily even mean? I can't look it up in the dictionary because there isn't one in this room. Besides, I've finally gotten sleepy. Temporarily means for a limited time. So, in other words, once that time comes to pass, everything goes back to how it was. But how do I get that time to pass? I don't know. I'll discuss this with the others. I mutter that before I finally manage to start falling asleep. Not a very deep sleep, but it's still something you could call sleep. Sorry. But right before I fall asleep, I feel like I see and hear something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what dreams are like, right? Still many characters for us to meet. Sigh. Kind of figured. That's too bad. In a corner of the plaza at the center of town. More people, more problems. Start episode 3. Anya kicks some snow on the side of the street, sending slivers of ice scattering as she says that. I called the girls here, seeking advice. It's just Anya now, but Pacifica should be here eventually too. Yeah, so what do you think I should do? I blankly watch as Anya plays with the snow as I ask for her opinion. She looks up and answers. I figured that'd be the case, but personally, I don't know. What do you think, Teach? Hey, hold it right there. Whoa, you spooked me. I was trying to be sneaky, and why are you calling me Teach now? Nothing wrong with calling the Teach, right, Sayaka? A little wink. Huh? Teach? So what do you need to discuss? Is that it? No, wait, let's take this somewhere warmer. Good idea. How about over there? Sure, saves us the trouble of walking since it's close. After a short delay, I follow their gazes to find some sort of establishment. A cafe, I guess. A cafe. When I mull over the word in my head, I suddenly feel my stomach sink. On the other side of the lit window, countless shadows of ghosts. Is that redundant? Make a commotion, signaling to me just how busy it is inside the cafe we're about to visit. A death sentence. Don't worry, it's mostly just people like us inside, people who aren't all too interested in their surroundings. It's also cheap, and they don't complain if you stay too long. You get what you pay for with the coffee, though. A cheap flavor you just can't get at home. Pacifica urges me on, saying, let's go. Well, sure, it'd be rude to call someone for help only to make them stand and talk out in the cold. We can't talk in my room since Yoru's probably still in there, and it'd be shameless to ask to talk in Pacifica's house. Plus, I do think it's an experience I should give a chance to, so I can't find a valid reason to refuse. The sound of chatter and the cafe's background music get closer and closer, though in reality I'm the one getting closer to the sounds. Calm down, it's just a cafe. You've been in restaurants and shops and stuff before, right? Same thing. Pacifica and Anya rush into the noisy establishment. Oh wow, it really is noisy. Ow, ow. Let me see here. Nope, okay. 1, 2, there we go. Sorry. Let's continue. The moment I pass the threshold, the chattering stops and the ghosts all fall silent. Let's leave. I tug on Pacifica's coat and manage to let out that whimper. I can't do it after all. Pacifica and Anya may be fine citizens, but I'm a burglar who raided the church. If they're seen here with me, it could cause them trouble. Oh, why? Sorry, could you move that chair for me? Thanks. Oh yes, that's good, thank you. Pacifica pushes her way through the crowd of ghosts. Anya follows behind. I follow too, reluctantly. We head all the way to the only empty table, a round table deep in the back by the bathroom. We sit down. 3 normal coffees, please. Coming right up. At the sound of Pacifica's voice, the chatter resumes. The difference is shocking, but it also relaxes me a little. I'm sure everyone's lost interest in us. I suppose we're not that interesting after all. I still can't let my guard down, though. Sorry for the wait. Here it comes. Oh well, if it isn't Anya from the repair workshop, it's been 9,999 years, hasn't it, my lad? Ha ha ha, I'll murder you. I guess she doesn't like being called a lad. Long time no see, Mr. Patel. How's business? Been working from home a lot lately. so I haven't been able to patronize your establishment. It's fine, it's what I'd like to say. Is what I'd like to say, but profit margins are thin with just coffee. Can I interest you in some sweets? That sounds good. Get something we can all share. I appreciate it, and last but not least, it's been a while since I've last seen you too, miss. I guess these two must be regulars here. But was I a regular too at one point? Hello? For now, I bow my head. I guess that was satisfactory for him since he turns around and skillfully weaves his way through the crowd of ghosts. Okay, I suppose we've settled in, so what do you want to talk about? Oh, should I get you up to speed? No, it's fine. I want to hear from Sayoko directly. Pacifica gracefully sips her coffee in a dignified manner. She then signals with her eyes for me to talk. She does kind of act like a teacher. And the smell of cheap coffee does make you think of a teacher's lounge. Really makes me think about where I came from. I'm sure if I were alone, I'd be thinking about it all the way until morning. But right now, there's more pressing matters. You just don't vibe with her. Sayoko, eventually you'll stop coming home and your family will collapse. Your children will stray off the righteous path. First, they'll get addicted to drugs, and next thing you know, they're robbing trains. This isn't a joke, okay? I like this. I really... I like this idea. Oh, that's just a funny way to do it. Had to take a screenshot there. They're taking this seriously, I think. They're just joking around to relieve some of the tension. So you two are living together, huh? That'd kill me. I agree. I'd say you seem more relaxed when you're by yourself. Are all ninjas lone wolves, or is it just you? How could she know, stupid? Ninjas even keep their personalities secret. That's what makes them cool, you know? You make a fine point, Anya, from the repair workshop, my lad. Oh, sorry, right. Why don't we take turns housing Yoru in our homes? I see. That might... No, that won't work. If it were me, it'd make me feel like I was being rented out on an installment plan. An installment plan? You've got a point. It would be like telling someone they're a liability. Anya nods in agreement. I suppose she's got a point. I feel a little ashamed of myself. It's like in the back of my head I'm hoping someone will take Yoru off my hands. I'd hate it if I were the one being treated like someone else's oversized trash. Okay, let's break down the problem. Lil Anya here, take some notes. Aye, ma'am. Pacifica takes a memo pad out of her pocket. You have a pen? Yep. Anya pulls out a pen, seemingly out of thin air. But stop calling me Lil Anya. So first things first, living together isn't working out for Sayoko. Okay, Sayoko loves living alone. And Yoru doesn't have a place to call her own. Let's see, Yoru has no home. These two issues are intertwined, but they're actually separate matters, aren't they? But if you solve one of them, the other will naturally disappear. Oh? I can't help but let out a voice of awe at the brilliance of her logic. Pretty sure I'm no good at this sort of logical thinking at all. It'd be nice if we could find an immediate solution, but that sounds hard. Let's approach the problem by tackling both issues at the same time. We've got no choice but to find a home for Yoru. I'll look around and see if there's any good places. Thank you. I'm always relying on your help. It's okay. Now about the other issue. You mean Sayoko loves living alone? It's hard to deal with problems concerning someone's personal values, isn't it? That's not necessarily true. Say, Mr. Patel, what are you like when you're done with work? Well, when I'm done with work, I can stop making this dreamy customer service smile without an issue, you see? And once I get home, I sleep. Nothing else. I don't even say a word. He doesn't even say a word. Oh my. Yeah, some jerks tell me to get a hobby, but when you're up for long hours thinking about things, you start to feel really crummy. I crawl inside my inner self. I converse with my inner self. Thanks for your thoughts. That's quite enough, actually. It's like moving closer and closer. No, please, let me continue. When I close my eyes, there's a big pitch black wall. I hear a voice calling for me, searching for me, but criticizing me. So I don't answer. No, I can't answer. As I said earlier, I don't even say a word. Hey, where's he going with this? I bear with it. I bear with it as I pray that I don't go mad. I keep praying until the sweet repose of sleep finally claims me. Is this how every customer service person feels? Beats me. Before work today, I sat in my car and cried at the wheel for just 3 minutes. You girls should give it a try. Oh, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd realize that that if I'm late opening up on any given day, that's what I'm doing. I see. I'll give it a try. Please do. Anyway, here's an assortment of cookies for you. Enjoy yourselves. A little while after Mr. Patel leaves, it takes us a few moments of silence until we can ignore what just happened and move on. He needs medical help, preferably from someone patient and courteous. That enjoy yourselves almost sounded like a challenge. What were we talking about again? Work. We were talking about crying on the toilet to feel better, weren't we? No, look, Sayako, he might be a bit of a special case, but typically most jobs aren't that bad. In fact, there's nothing better than to find a job that's perfect for you. Huh, you think so? When you come home after work a little tired, it changes your mood, and by earning money, you're likely to open up more opportunities. But can I just casually start working after all that chaos I caused? Nobody will try to kill me or anything? You just gotta kill them first. Good point. Astonishingly, I'm thinking pretty positively. Mr. Patel's despair, if that's the right word for it, has somehow given me a certain sort of courage. Not the same sort of courage I get when Pacifica and Anya are with me, but it's still courage, nonetheless. Yeah, I think I'll give it a shot. Does this town have a job search office or anything like that? Not that I know of, at least, but I guess that's more of Mrs. Pacifica's specialty here. Oh? What kind of work does Pacifica do, anyway? It's kind of obvious what Anya does, but Pacifica's job is an enigma. It must be something important if she lives in such a big house. Pacifica seems like she could do anything, but what does she actually do? True, that sort of work is indeed one of my specialties, so that should help. Okay, let's give it our best, Sayaka. Okay. I should ask her now. It's better than them finding out later that I don't even know something as basic as that. Let me help too. Oh, you spooked me. Hey, where'd you come from? I was hiding in the filthy sludge in your coffee cup. Oh, she's good. Oh gosh, all this laughing. Are you people okay? Perfectly okay. All I'm saying is that while I'm rooming with Sayako, I'm just a freeloader with nothing to do. How much did Yoru hear? She probably just got here. Sayako? I get what Anya's trying to say. The reason for me getting a job would be to regain some personal space from Yoru. So it would defeat the point if she worked with me, wouldn't it? That's the point Anya's trying to make. Yeah, you could do something too. I hope we can both find a good place to work. Well, I only say that for my sake. Yoru expressing a desire to work could imply a desire for independence. I can't just get in the way of that. In fact, I think I should be supportive of her. You sure? I'm sure. Whatever could you mean? I'm not that cruel. Okay, yeah, I think I was kind of cruel back at the church earlier, but you know what I mean. I get the feeling Yoru would be quite good at handling interviews, way better than me anyway. I feel some sort of coarseness in my chest. Very well, a job for one and a job for two aren't that much different. I'll set you up before the day is done. So it'll be like a piece of coffee cake for you then. Uh, I suppose. Hey, is she like that at home too? Yeah, I feel for you. Yoru says something completely unrelated to the topic at hand, taking Pacifica and Anya aback. But they try to keep a conversation going. I find myself at my wit's end. It's not like I'm feeling left out or anything. It's just that this sort of banter takes me back. As my consciousness starts to drift, I look outside the window. There's a good view of the plaza, including the towering missile in the middle of it. Maybe it's like a giant gravestone. The names of 1,024 ghosts are etched upon that missile. The husk of a weapon of mass destruction that failed to carry out its mission. From where I'm seated, I can't see the part that has my name on it. Oh, Lo, we have a new character. Lo, okay. Kind of unceremoniously entering here. That's cool, though. Okay, I know you. You're the ninja girl. We even live in the same apartment complex. Pacifica said she'd set us up before the day is done. I thought she meant she'd get in touch with some contacts or something, but she even set us up a same-day interview. She's truly amazing. Is that so? Our prospective place of work is a cosplay shop on the outskirts of town. We're in the back room of that shop right now. The employee interviewing us is a girl with a somewhat husky voice. She seems kind of punkish, so I was really nervous at first. But she has a very gentle, somewhat familiar way of talking, which is kind of relaxing. Yeah, I haven't seen you around lately, though. You've been staying away from home or something? Anyway, you on the other hand, I don't know your name. My name is Yoru. I got it as a birthday present. I see. As a present, huh? Good for you. My name's Lauren. Call me Lo. Yep, it sure is good. Thanks, Lo. Lauren, or rather Lo, gets up from her seat. Now then, let's see. First, I'll explain to you two how we bring in newly arrived stock and dispose of unsold stock. Yes, ma'am. Yoru follows Lo's lead and gets up. I get up as well, and then a bell rings. Rings. A bell rings. Now that I think about it, that must mean this store door opened. Made the same sound when we came in, after all. Oh, looks like we've got a customer for once. Yoru, go greet them or something. Aye, ma'am. Lo beckons me deeper into the shop. You sure about this? Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. It's much more fun to teach new recruits than it is to deal with customers. Lo peers into my brown eyes with her fair eyes. I can feel my heart throbbing, for various reasons. Wouldn't you agree? Her slightly husky voice really matches her fashion sense. I think it's fitting and beautiful. I wonder how I can become more like her. Okay, so I don't know how long we've been going. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I love this game. I mean, you already know. You already know how I feel about this game, Ghostpia. It's, yeah, about half hour. I think I'm gonna do half-hour episodes from here on out. So some of the standout aspects of this one. I really enjoy the added illustrations and the clever ways in which they are implemented. I still have a very strong feeling as for the voices of each of the characters, and what I mean by voices is just the way that each one comes across. You really get a sense of who they are and how extraordinarily they differ from each other. I like the idea of meeting new characters, and I like the sense of humor, and just I like everything. Ghostpia, still fantastic read. And thank you for being here with me. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for everything. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.